We have arrived at week 4. This is the halfway point in the course, so everybody should pat themselves on the back. We're moving into our second big assignment at the end of this week, and we've covered a lot of ground so far. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about a lot of important different details that will go into your critique essay due at the end of the week. So, appropriately, Unit 2, Lesson 2 is going to be the critique essay format. And in this, we're going to talk about how these things are usually structured, how we state a claim, how we summarize another author's position, how we take another author's words and put them in conversation with our own. And we've talked about this a little bit briefly, and they say, I say, this goes into a little bit more detail and lets you know practically how it'll look on the page. Unit 2, Lesson 3 is the art of summarizing. So this is another skill that we're going to need to have down for the critique essay, especially when we're summarizing in a faithful way another author's words or another author's arguments. Excuse me. Unit 2, Lesson 4 is the art of quoting. So in our essays, we'll take a quote from the initial source we're looking at, so the essay we've selected to work with for this portion. And you can take that quote out. Never leave it as a standalone. This talks about that in detail. Never let the quote speak for itself. Introduce it with your own words, provide the quote, and then frame it with your own words. Comment upon that quote in some way. And that's an effective way to integrate quotes into your own writing. And this is covered in more detail in the lesson format itself. Lesson 5, developing a thesis. The thesis is the most important part of your essay. It sets the tone for everything that comes after. It gives the reader a sense of what it is you're arguing. It sets the stakes. It answers that so what question, that who cares question. The thesis lets us know so what. The thesis lets us know who cares. Lesson 6 and 7 are talking about modifiers. So modifiers can be a very useful tool in writing for ornamental purposes and as well as for making your writing more interesting and engaging for the reader. As always, there are quizzes associated with each of these, and you can complete them at your own pace. We're not going to be doing a discussion board this week, so we don't have to worry about that coming up. The big assignment due, and again, this is it's due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m., is the Unit 2 critique essay. And we've talked about the details of that a little bit. We're going to select one of the essays we talked about in week 3 in the discussion board, and you're going to do a critique of the author, one of the points, or some of the points that the author makes. This is about a 2-page essay, so it's roughly 500 words. So not too long, but you do want to provide yourself a little bit of time. Everything needs to be properly cited. You need to have a thesis. You need to be able to extract quotes from the article. You need to summarize the author's position, and you need to take the summary of that position and then extend it into your own discussion, so create your own conversation around it. So we're moving from relatively simple stuff in Unit 1 to something that's a little bit more complex here at the end of Unit 2. That being said, I'm confident in every single one of you guys. All right, so as always, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm available during office hours via phone, via Skype. I'm also available via email most days, and I try to get back within 24 hours. That's my policy, and some of you guys are familiar with that. Some of you guys know that I try to get back much sooner than 24 hours, if at all possible. All right, best of luck. The critique essay, remember, due Sunday, 11:59 p.m., and I look forward to reading what you guys have written.